Life is full of chapters, and some are more difficult than others. There are times when the weight of hardship feels unbearable, when it seems like the storm will never pass. But it's important to remember that these chapters of struggle are not the entire story. Just like every book has its beginning, middle, and end, every person's journey has moments of trials that eventually give way to peace and prosperity. Hardship is just a chapter, not the whole book of your life. You may not see it now, but a new chapter is waiting for you, one that is brighter, more fulfilling, and more rewarding than you can imagine. As you stand at the crossroads of your struggle, it's easy to feel like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle. It's easy to feel that your current situation defines who you are and who you will be. But I want to remind you today that the chapter you're living through now is just a moment in time. It is temporary and it will pass. Sometimes it can feel like you've been caught in a storm for so long that you forget what it's like to feel the warmth of the sun on your face. But remember, the sun always rises after the storm. This chapter, no matter how long it may feel, will eventually close, and you will be able to step into a new season of your life, one that is full of hope and promise. The beauty of life is that nothing stays the same forever. Even the darkest nights are followed by the dawn, and no challenge is without an expiration date. It may seem like the difficulties you're facing will never end, but I assure you they will. No hardship is forever. Time moves on, circumstances shift, and a new chapter will open before you. Your present struggles, painful as they are, will eventually give way to a time of peace, opportunity, and fulfillment. Just as a book has many chapters, your life is composed of different stages. Each chapter builds upon the last, and some chapters are harder to get through than others. But each chapter has a purpose, and each chapter adds depth to your character and resilience. You are being shaped and refined through every challenge you face. The struggles you endure today are strengthening your mind, heart, and spirit for what is yet to come. You may not understand the reason for your hardship in the moment, but one day you will look back and realize that those tough times were part of a greater plan, one that is, leading you to your most fulfilling and successful chapter yet. When you're in the midst of a difficult chapter, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. The weight of your current struggle can make it hard to see beyond the moment. But just as a book is only understood when you read it in its entirety, your life will only make sense when you look back on it as a whole. You may be in the middle of a tough chapter right now, but I promise you it will end, and it will lead you to something better. God, in His wisdom, has a plan for you. He knows the perfect time for each chapter to unfold, and He has already prepared the way for your next season to be full of light, joy, and success. So, while you may feel overwhelmed and exhausted by your current struggles, hold on to the truth that a new chapter is on the horizon. Don't give up now. Don't let the difficulty of this moment convince you that it's the end. It's not. This is just one chapter in your story, and better days are coming. The hardships you face now are merely the prelude to something far greater. The next chapter will be a chapter of victory, growth, and peace. It's waiting for you just beyond the horizon, and it will be worth every moment you've endured. Trust in the process. Trust that this chapter will close soon and that the next one will be everything you've hoped for and more. Your story is far from over and the best is yet to come. So, stay strong. Keep moving forward. The new chapter you're about to enter is going to be everything you've been working for, and more than you could have ever imagined. The promise of change is one of the most powerful truths we can hold on to during times of hardship. No matter how long the storm lasts, or how intense the struggle may feel, change is inevitable. It might not come when we expect it, or in the way we envision it, but it will come. Life is full of cycles, and every challenging season is followed by a more peaceful one. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the difficulties of the moment, to focus so much on what's going wrong that we forget about the certainty of change. But the reality is that change is the very thing that keeps us moving forward. The challenges we face today are part of a process, a journey that's taking us somewhere. They are temporary, fleeting moments in a much larger picture. Even when everything seems uncertain, even when it feels like you've hit a dead end, know this: your current circumstances are not your final destination. Change is coming, whether you see it or not. It could come in the form of a new opportunity, a shift in perspective, or even an unexpected event that changes the course of your life. Change often comes when we least expect it, and sometimes it arrives through the most unexpected avenues. It might not come in the way we plan or desire, but it will come. This is the beauty of life. It's never stagnant. Just when you think there's no way out, a door opens, a new path reveals itself, and a new chapter begins. The promise of change doesn't just mean that your struggles will end. It also means that the future holds new opportunities, new lessons, and new possibilities. Every hardship you face today is making you stronger, more capable of handling the next chapter of your life. It's in these times of difficulty that we learn the most about ourselves. We discover our strength, our resilience, and our ability to persevere. And when the change finally comes, you will be ready. You will be stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the new chapter that awaits you. Change is not something to fear. It is something to welcome. It is the bridge between where you are now and where you are meant to be. Life's ever-changing nature is a reminder that no matter how tough things get, nothing lasts forever. When we are in the midst of hardship, it can feel like the world is closing in and there is no way out. But this is only a temporary phase. The pain you feel, the confusion, the frustration, it will pass. The key to navigating through it is to remember that change is on its way. Keep your faith, keep your hope, and keep your eyes open for the shifts that will bring you closer to a new chapter. No matter how dark the night feels, the dawn is always coming. And when it arrives, you will see that it was worth every moment of waiting. So, as you face the difficulties of today, remind yourself that change is inevitable. It may not happen overnight, but it is coming. Stay hopeful, stay patient, and trust that the winds of change will soon blow in your favor. The struggles you face now are the stepping stones to a brighter, more fulfilled future. Change is not something to resist. It is something to embrace. Let it flow through you, and know that your breakthrough is closer than you think. The promise of change is a guarantee, and soon the chapter of hardship will close, making way for something new and beautiful. Hardship is never without purpose. It may feel like a burden in the moment, but it is through our struggles that we find growth, strength, and clarity. Life's challenges are not random or meaningless. They are opportunities to develop qualities that we would not acquire without facing adversity. Just as a seed must endure the pressure of the earth before it can grow into a tree, so too must we endure the pressure of life's difficulties in order to reach our full potential. Without these challenges, we would never discover what we are truly capable of. The hardships you face are not intended to break you. They are designed to build you. They shape your character, sharpen your resolve, and prepare you for the next level of your life. The process of growth is not always easy. It often requires sacrifice, discomfort, and perseverance. But with every trial comes an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and build the resilience needed for future challenges. When we face hardships, we are often forced to dig deeper within ourselves, to push beyond our comfort zones, and to tap into hidden reserves of strength and courage. This process, though difficult, is essential for our growth. We cannot fully appreciate the beauty of success without first understanding the depth of struggle. It is the challenges we face that teach us the most valuable lessons in life, lessons about patience, persistence, faith, and fortitude. These lessons are the foundation upon which success is built. Furthermore, hardships often teach us important life lessons that we would not have learned otherwise. They teach us the value of gratitude, the importance of kindness, and the strength found in vulnerability. They show us that we are capable of more than we ever imagined. Every difficult moment, every painful experience, offers us the chance to learn something new about ourselves and the world around us. The people who go through the toughest times often emerge as the most compassionate, empathetic, and understanding. They carry with them a wisdom that can only be acquired through experience. So, even when it feels like your hardship is insurmountable, remember that it is making you stronger and preparing you for a greater purpose. In addition, the lessons learned during hardship are not just for our own benefit. They are often meant to be shared with others. Many times, our greatest challenges lead us to a place of understanding and empathy for others who may be going through similar struggles. When we rise above our own hardships, we gain the ability to help others rise as well. The strength and wisdom you gain from your trials can be a source of inspiration and support for those around you. Your journey through hardship can become a beacon of hope for others who feel lost or defeated. In this way, your struggle becomes a stepping stone not only to your own growth, but also to the growth of others. When you face a difficult time, it's important to remind yourself that there is a purpose to it. You may not see the reason in the moment, but every challenge you face is an integral part of your journey. It is shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for something greater. Trust that, just as a sculptor chisels away at a block of stone to reveal a masterpiece, your struggles are chiseling away at the layers of your character, revealing the person you are destined to become. Embrace the difficulty, knowing that it is refining you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. Trusting in divine timing is one of the most powerful things we can do when navigating through life's challenges. It's easy to fall into the trap of impatience, to feel like things should be happening faster or in a different way. But the truth is, everything unfolds at the perfect time, even if we can't see it in the moment. Life has its own rhythm, and while we may be in a rush to get to the next chapter, the divine plan knows exactly when we are ready for what's next. Trusting in divine timing is about surrendering control and accepting that there's a bigger plan in place, one that is working for our highest good. Even in moments of hardship, it's important to remember that timing is everything. Sometimes, we need to go through certain experiences to prepare ourselves for the opportunities that are waiting ahead. Divine timing teaches us that every part of our journey is significant, even the parts we don't understand right now. Sometimes we want to move faster, to skip over the hard parts, or to jump ahead to the success we dream of. But the reality is that the difficult moments are essential. They are the training grounds for our growth, the lessons that shape us into the person we need to be in order to achieve the next level. In moments of hardship, it can feel like we're stuck or like progress is slow, but trust that there is movement happening on a deeper level. The universe, or God, is preparing you in ways you may not immediately recognize. The delays you experience are not signs of failure. They are simply part of the timing necessary for your growth. Things are happening exactly as they should, even when it feels like they aren't. Patience is a crucial element of divine timing. In the waiting, we are being cultivated. In the quiet moments, we are being molded into the person we need to become. The difficulties we face are not hindrances to our growth. They are opportunities to learn patience, resilience, and trust. It can be frustrating to feel like things are not moving at the pace we want, but the most important growth happens during the waiting periods. When we trust in divine timing, we stop forcing outcomes and start allowing life to unfold naturally. We stop rushing to the end and start embracing the process of becoming. Trusting in divine timing is not about sitting passively by. It's about actively believing that everything is happening for our benefit, even when we don't fully understand why. Understanding divine timing also means acknowledging that everything in our lives has a season. Just as plants have their seasons of growth, blooming, and rest, so too do we. There are seasons where we will experience rapid progress, and there are seasons where things may seem still, but both seasons are necessary. The quiet moments of stillness are where we gain clarity, reflect on what we've learned, and prepare ourselves for what's to come. When we rush through those moments, we miss out on the invaluable lessons they provide. Divine timing isn't just about waiting. It's about growing and evolving as we wait. So, when life seems uncertain, remember that you are right where you need to be. Trust that your current season is preparing you for the blessings and opportunities that are already on their way. When you look at life through the lens of divine timing, you can release the anxiety and frustration that comes with trying to control everything. You begin to trust that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances will show up at exactly the right time. Trusting in divine timing is a practice of surrender and faith. It's about knowing that there is a force far greater than ourselves orchestrating the events of our lives in ways we can't yet understand. So take a deep breath and trust that everything is falling into place exactly as it should. You are exactly where you need to be, And when the time is right, you will be led to your next chapter with clarity and purpose. Faith is one of the most powerful forces in the face of hardship. It's often easy to lose hope when life feels like it's crumbling, when everything seems to be going wrong. During these times, our minds may start to fill with doubt, and it can be hard to believe that there's a way out of the darkness. But faith is the light that guides us through the storm. It's the belief that, no matter how dire the situation may seem, there is always a way forward and a higher purpose at work. Having faith isn't about denying the struggles we face, but about trusting that those struggles will not define us. Faith allows us to see beyond the present moment and trust that things will improve, even if we can't see how just yet. When we choose to have faith, we choose to believe that our struggles have meaning and that they are leading us to something greater. Faith doesn't mean we won't experience pain or challenges, but it does mean that we believe in something more, something beyond what we can see or understand in the present moment. Faith is the assurance that, even in the hardest times, we are not alone. There is a force, a higher power that is guiding us, supporting us, and working things out on our behalf. It's in times of hardship that our faith is truly tested. We are often faced with the choice to either trust in what we can't see or let fear take over. But faith is a choice to believe that, despite all evidence to the contrary, things will get better. Faith also gives us the strength to persevere when things seem impossible. When the path ahead is unclear, when the weight of the world feels unbearable, faith is what keeps us going. It's the belief that every step we take, no matter how small, is moving us closer to something better. Even when we can't see the end of the road, faith helps us trust that the journey is worth it. It reminds us that the struggles we face today are temporary and will eventually give way to peace, success, and fulfillment. Faith encourages us to keep moving forward, even when the future is uncertain, because it assures us that there is a purpose to everything we go through. There is also a great deal of strength in having faith in the timing of our lives. Sometimes we want things to happen right now. We want solutions, answers, or relief immediately. But faith teaches us patience, showing us that things unfold in their own time. It reminds us that our journey is not a race, and that each step we take, no matter how slow it feels, is leading us in the right direction. Trusting in God's timing means trusting that He knows when we are truly ready for the blessings that await us. It also means recognizing that the lessons we learn along the way are as important as the destination itself. When we have faith, we understand that the process is just as valuable as the outcome. Faith doesn't just help us endure difficult times, it transforms our entire perspective on life. It opens our eyes to the possibilities that exist even in the midst of struggle. When we have faith, we begin to see that our hardships are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth. Faith shifts our focus from what's wrong in our lives to what's right, helping us to recognize the lessons in every moment. It turns our fear into courage and our doubts into determination. When we choose faith, we choose to trust in the unseen, to believe in the possibility of better days, and to carry on with hope in our hearts. Through faith, we find the strength to rise above our circumstances and walk confidently into the new chapters that await us. Perseverance is the key to overcoming life's toughest challenges. It's easy to give up when things seem too hard, when the obstacles feel insurmountable and progress seems non-existent. But it is during these moments of difficulty that perseverance becomes our greatest asset. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up often lies in their ability to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against them. Life will throw curveballs, and it will test you in ways you never expected, but it's through persevering through these tests that you'll find your true strength. The journey may not always be smooth, but each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Perseverance is not about avoiding failure, but about continuing to move forward in spite of it. One of the most important aspects of perseverance is the ability to remain focused on the goal, no matter how distant it may seem. It's easy to become discouraged when the path ahead is long and the finish line feels out of reach. But perseverance teaches us to break down the journey into manageable steps and to trust that every effort, every setback, and every victory is leading us closer to our desired outcome. Success is not defined by instant results, but by the relentless pursuit of growth, improvement, and progress. When you persevere, you're not just moving toward an end goal, you're evolving along the way. Each day you push through adversity, you become a stronger and more capable version of yourself. Another vital aspect of perseverance is the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Life is unpredictable, and the road to success is rarely a straight line. There will be times when the plan you've been following doesn't work, when the methods you've used no longer seem effective. But perseverance isn't about stubbornly sticking to the same approach. It's about adjusting, learning from mistakes, and finding new ways to continue forward. Perseverance gives you the strength to be flexible and resilient in the face of change. It's about continuing to move even when the terrain shifts beneath you, trusting that you'll find your footing again. The greatest achievers are those who not only push through obstacles but learn and adapt from them, growing stronger with each challenge faced. Perseverance also involves maintaining a positive mindset even when things are tough. It's easy to get bogged down by negativity when facing hardship, but the attitude you carry will make all the difference. When you maintain a mindset of perseverance, you begin to see each difficulty as an opportunity to learn, rather than an insurmountable obstacle. Every challenge faced becomes a stepping stone, a lesson learned, and a tool for future success. A positive outlook helps you navigate through difficult times with more grace and resilience, making it easier to find solutions and remain motivated. Perseverance combined with positivity creates a powerful momentum that can carry you through even the most trying times, leading you to success. In the end, perseverance is not just about enduring hardships, but about learning to thrive in spite of them. It's about pushing forward with the belief that the best is yet to come, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. The ability to persevere, to keep moving forward when things get tough, is what ultimately leads to success. The trials you face today are preparing you for a future where you can look back and see how far you've come. Every hardship, every struggle, and every challenge is an integral part of your journey. Keep moving forward, and trust that your perseverance will carry you to a brighter, more fulfilling future. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can transform our perspective during times of hardship. In the midst of struggle, it can be difficult to focus on the positives. Pain and challenges often overshadow the good in our lives, leaving us feeling hopeless and defeated. But cultivating gratitude, even in the toughest times, has the potential to shift our mindset and bring healing to our hearts. Gratitude is not about ignoring the difficulties we face, but about acknowledging that even in the darkest moments, there are still things to be thankful for. It's about recognizing the beauty and blessings that exist, even when life feels overwhelming. When we choose to be grateful, we begin to see the world through a different lens. Gratitude opens our eyes to the things we may have overlooked: the love of family, the warmth of a friend, the strength within ourselves. It reminds us that even in hardship, we are rich in ways that matter most. In times of adversity, gratitude can be a lifeline, pulling us out of despair and reminding us that we are not defined by our circumstances. It's easy to focus on what we don't have or what's going wrong, but gratitude shifts our focus to what we do have. It encourages us to take a step back and appreciate the small blessings in our lives, no matter how insignificant they may seem. The simple act of expressing gratitude, whether through a quiet prayer, a thank you note, or a daily gratitude journal, can rewire our brains, helping us to become more mindful of the positives that are already present. This change in perspective can bring peace and calm during difficult times, allowing us to face challenges with a sense of hope and resilience. When we focus on gratitude, we shift our energy away from frustration and despair, and instead we tap into a source of strength and joy that helps us navigate through life's hardships. Moreover, gratitude has the power to transform our relationships. It brings us closer to those around us by encouraging us to acknowledge their support, love, and kindness. In difficult times, we may find ourselves retreating inward, but practicing gratitude helps us open our hearts to others. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, and that the people in our lives are often the greatest source of strength and comfort. When we express gratitude to others, whether through words or actions, we create deeper, more meaningful connections. This sense of connection is a reminder that even during hardship, we are surrounded by people who care and support us. It's a powerful way to lift each other up and face life's challenges together. Gratitude also helps us to build resilience. By focusing on what we are grateful for, we develop a mindset that is not easily shaken by adversity. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by setbacks, we begin to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and determination. Gratitude reminds us that we have the ability to overcome obstacles, that we are equipped with the tools and support we need to navigate life's storms. When we make gratitude a daily practice, we create a mental and emotional foundation that strengthens our ability to persevere. It fuels our inner resilience, helping us to keep going even when the path is rough. By shifting our focus to the things we are thankful for, we build a sense of inner peace that allows us to tackle challenges with a calm and steady spirit. Ultimately, practicing gratitude during hardship doesn't mean we ignore our struggles or pretend that everything is perfect. It means that even in the midst of pain, we choose to focus on the positives that still exist. Gratitude is a choice, a powerful one, that can change the way we see ourselves, others, and the world around us. When we make gratitude a part of our daily lives, we begin to realize that despite the hardships we face, we have so much to be thankful for. And in this realization, we find the strength to continue moving forward, knowing that each day is a gift and that brighter days are ahead. Hope is a force that propels us forward, even when the road ahead seems unclear. During times of hardship, it's easy to lose sight of hope, especially when the weight of our struggles feels overwhelming. Yet, hope is what keeps us going when everything else seems uncertain. It's the belief that no matter how difficult life may be right now, things will eventually improve. Hope is the fuel that powers our perseverance, the light that shines in the darkness and reminds us that there is always a way forward. It's not about ignoring the pain or pretending that everything is fine, rather. It's about holding on to the belief that change is coming, that better days are ahead, and that we are capable of navigating through our challenges. Hope is a mindset, a choice to keep going even when it feels like the world is against us. It's the belief that, no matter how hard things get, we have the strength within us to overcome them. Hope is also the anchor that helps us maintain perspective. When life feels overwhelming, it can be easy to focus solely on the immediate struggles, on the obstacles right in front of us. But hope allows us to zoom out and see the bigger picture. It reminds us that the difficulties we face today are only temporary, and that they are part of a much larger journey. Hope helps us keep our eyes on the future, on the possibility of growth, success, and fulfillment that awaits us. It shifts our focus from what's wrong to what's possible. In times of hardship, hope offers us a vision of a better tomorrow, giving us the strength to endure today. It's a powerful reminder that our present circumstances do not define us. We are defined by the possibilities of the future. In addition, hope can inspire us to take action. When we are filled with hope, we are more likely to take the steps needed to improve our circumstances. Hope fuels our motivation, urging us to keep moving forward even when the path seems uncertain. It gives us the confidence to take risks, try new things, and step outside of our comfort zones. When hope is alive within us, we don't just sit back and wait for things to change. We actively seek ways to make progress. Hope doesn't just sit idly by. It drives us to make decisions, to take action, and to create the future we desire. It empowers us to step into the unknown with the belief that we have the strength, skills, and support to handle whatever comes our way. Another crucial aspect of hope is that it fosters resilience. Resilience is our ability to bounce back from adversity, to recover from setbacks, and to keep going in the face of challenges. Hope is what sustains us when we encounter difficulties. It helps us view setbacks as temporary rather than permanent. When we have hope, we are more likely to see failure as a lesson and a stepping stone to success, rather than an endpoint. Hope helps us rise above adversity by reminding us that there is always room for growth, improvement, and learning, even in the hardest of times. It empowers us to get back up when we fall, to keep trying even when we face obstacles, and to believe in the possibility of a better future. Hope is the foundation of resilience, giving us the strength to endure and the courage to continue. Hope is also contagious. When we hold on to hope, we inspire others to do the same. It's not just a personal force, it's a collective one. Our hope can uplift those around us, providing them with the encouragement they need to keep going. In difficult times, we may be the beacon of hope for others, just as others may offer us the same. The power of hope is amplified when shared. When we lean on one another, when we offer support and encouragement, hope becomes a shared experience, strengthening our ability to overcome challenges together. In this way, hope creates a cycle of positivity and empowerment, fueling both ourselves and those around us to push forward, to keep striving, and to believe in the possibility of better days ahead. Self-belief is the cornerstone of overcoming hardship. When life is tough, it's easy to start doubting your abilities, especially when the challenges seem endless. Yet, self-belief is the inner strength that can carry you through the darkest times. It's the unwavering trust in yourself, your skills, and your capacity to rise above any circumstance. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you won't face difficulties, but it means you trust that you have what it takes to handle them. It's the quiet confidence that tells you that no matter how difficult the road may be, you have the power within you to keep going. This belief doesn't come from arrogance, but from a deep understanding that you have overcome challenges before, and you will do it again. The moments when you feel the most uncertain are often the times when self-belief is needed the most. It's when you push through those moments of doubt that you begin to realize how strong you truly are. Self-belief is not about having all the answers or being perfect. It's about having faith in your ability to navigate the unknown, to adapt, and to grow through every situation life presents. Self-belief also empowers us to make decisions that align with our values and goals. When we doubt ourselves, we often second-guess our decisions, which leads to stagnation and confusion. On the other hand, when we believe in ourselves, we make decisions with conviction, knowing that even if things don't go as planned, we have the strength to handle the consequences. It is this mindset that helps us keep moving forward, even when we don't know exactly where the path leads. Self-belief keeps us focused on our purpose and reminds us that we are worthy of the success and happiness that awaits us. It enables us to take calculated risks, step out of our comfort zones, and pursue our dreams with confidence, even when the world around us may be uncertain. The belief in our own potential is a powerful driving force that propels us to achieve great things, regardless of the challenges we face along the way. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles we face during times of hardship. It can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in a state of inaction, doubt, and anxiety. Fear makes us question our abilities, our worth, and the potential of our future. But the truth is, fear is a natural response to the unknown. It is a signal that we are pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones and into uncharted territory. Fear doesn't go away, but what truly matters is how we respond to it. Overcoming fear doesn't mean eliminating it. It means facing it head-on and not allowing it to control our lives. When we embrace fear and continue moving forward despite it, we begin to see that our fears are often exaggerated in our minds. The reality is that most of the things we fear never come to pass, and even if they do, we are often stronger and more capable than we give ourselves credit for. Fear has no power over us unless we allow it to hold us back. By acknowledging our fears but not letting them define us, we take away their power and create space for courage and action to thrive. In overcoming fear, it's important to remember that fear often stems from a lack of control or understanding. When we don't know what's coming or how things will turn out, we naturally feel fearful. However, fear can also be a catalyst for growth. It challenges us to face our vulnerabilities, to confront our insecurities, and to push past the limitations we've set for ourselves. Fear forces us to examine our values, our goals, and our motivations, pushing us toward greater self-awareness. The more we face our fears, the more we grow in courage. Each time we take action in the face of fear, we reinforce our belief in ourselves and build the resilience needed to tackle future challenges. Overcoming fear doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. But with each step we take toward fear, we gain more clarity, strength, and confidence to continue moving forward on our path. Fear may always be present, but we can choose to use it as a stepping stone rather than a barrier.